Hey, it worked.
It worked. Hi, welcome back to Clarity Live. This is Paul. I'm Barbara.
Good afternoon.
And today we thought we would just hang out for a little while and tell you about something very new.
Yeah.
So no demos, no selling, apart from a few little pieces.
Few
essentials. But really, today is really like the first day for a lot of people back in the saddle.
Yeah.
And so we thought it would be a really good starting place to put some things in place for the coming year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And we should have the lovely Jane in the room there to help you. There we go. There's Jane, lovely Glynis, joining us.
Hello, girls.
And it was something. It started off with your blog, didn't it? On the it was a New Year's Day blog on the 1st of January.
Well, it would have been.
It could have been the 1st of Feb. But it was all about sort of New Year, new ideas. Mojo disappearing, especially sort of in between the sort of the Christmas and the New Year period. A lot of people are sort of loose ends, and
yeah, and not just that. I think it's been ongoing and oncoming, you know, for a long time now. Where a lot of us, I mean, it started with me when my dad died, which is on the 8th, it will be 2 years already. But once you lose your way a little bit, you lose your mojo. It was the same with blogging. I struggled to blog because I couldn't think of anything really to talk about or anything uplifting, you know, without sounding like a cloud on, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I think what happened was in New Year, again, there's that break, isn't there, where we didn't do a lot of crafting, we didn't do a lot of TV, and so you kind of you stop, and then like with the blog, it's difficult to get back in the swing of things or into the saddle, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think we found the comments that followed on that blog, and you can go back and read it. It's barbaragrayblog.com, and you can go back and read it, and it was interesting to read everybody's comments because you found that you wasn't alone.
No.
And it's been going on. I mean, it goes on all the time. And people things happen in their lives, and then it can impact them. And then it's so hard to get back in. And then unless you've got a reason to do it.
Yeah. Unless you've got a reason to get back in the groove, you know, whether you're a paper crafter or a parcher or a potter. See, I lost my mojo. You know, I completely lost my mojo. And the longer you leave it, the more difficult it is to get back in, I feel. Right. It's like, and you think you've forgotten, but you haven't. It's like riding a bike. You haven't forgotten. It just takes a little while to ease your way back into it. And one of the things that I know for myself is that when you've lost your mojo or your confidence or something, I don't know what, you know, but you can't be creative all the time. You can't just switch it on and off. No. And when you've lost it for a little while, then for me, I have to start with smaller bite-sized pieces.
Yeah.
And really that's where this is born. You know, because I realized with the blog, for example, I blogged every day for years.
Yeah.
Every day for 8 years.
Yeah.
Never missed a blog.
No.
You know, it just was part of my routine. La 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 la, skippy skippy skippy.
Yeah.
You know, and then Dad died, and boom, and then I got really ill.
Yeah.
You know, and then the whole thing. I wouldn't call it depression, but I was very low, and I don't know. I lost my mojo, and I didn't really have anything added to the lockdown. That hadn't helped because a blog is all about interesting things. And if you're locked in your house, how interesting can it get? You know? So that kind of compounded the situation.
And it was just one thing on top of the other, wasn't it?
And then in the end, I suddenly stared at the screen and didn't even know what to say anymore. And so January, I've started again. And that was where this New Year's kind of idea came, because if I see, a blog's easy because it's one day at a time. That's how I'm doing it. I just tackle it one day at a time. Although yesterday I didn't get home because we were so busy. I know, I blew it already. New Year's resolution.
What's
I'll
a
do
resolution?
2 today.
Well, you don't need a resolution, do you? I mean, they're there to be broken. So.
And that's the point. Even though I missed a blog yesterday, that doesn't mean it goes, oh, well, that's that done then. I can't do any more ever again. You know, so today I'll get back in the saddle and I'll go again. So what if I missed one? It's not the end of the world.
But sometimes that impact of just missing that one thing can have a bigger impact on other people, can't it?
Yeah.
Like, so you could think, oh, I missed it yesterday, and then you think, oh, I really missed it. I've let people down, blah, blah, blah. And then you think, oh, I've got to get back on it again. And it makes it a little bit harder, doesn't it?
It makes it pressure.
Yeah.
And so my thoughts on this, just like it's with a diet, isn't it? So what if I ate the curry last night? So what? I'm back on the diet, you know.
Exactly.
It's fine. And I think we take ourselves so seriously sometimes, you know. So getting back to this, the idea that I had was that I also know, like if I'm going to go back on the pottery wheel, I'm not going to start throwing urns, am I? I'm going to throw little bowls.
Your little pinch pots.
My little pinch pots.
Yeah.
And that's it. You start small, bite size.
Yeah.
And so we decided that it would be a good idea to create a platform for mini makes.
Yes.
For small bite-size pieces.
Yeah.
Because like we know, it's not just me. No. There's a lot of people out there that have lost their way a little bit.
Yeah.
And the longer you've left it, the worse it's got.
It is.
You've got an amazing stash of stamps. You've got an amazing stash of stencils and stuff. Yesterday, you invested massively in tiny little stamps.
Yeah.
See, now, small artwork doesn't have to be small stamps, but it helps.
Yes. Yeah.
It does, otherwise you're cropping.
But you often, you do it so many times, is that you'll create, like when you're working with the gel press, you're working on, say, an 8x11 piece, and you work on that, and then you chop it up into those little bite-sized pieces. And so from one piece...
And then it becomes excellent.
Yeah.
Up until you do that, it doesn't really look like much. As soon as you chop it up and you give each little piece a bit of personality with a tiny little stamp.
Yeah.
Boom.
And when we do we've often done that type of thing on our summer retreats, and people go, oh, it doesn't look right, And you always say it's not over till it's over. And when they start chopping it up and just put a little bit here and a little bit there.
That's right.
Bang.
And then the smiles begin.
Yeah.
You know, and so this whole move now is about introducing a new platform.
Yeah.
And we've started a new Facebook page.
We have indeed. And
the Facebook page, just for your information, I'm going to write it out because I want you to join it. Okay, so there it is. Clarity Crafts Mini Makes and ATCs. So let's just cover that up for the moment.
Okay.
Right, Clarity Crafts, that's us. Mini Makes, that's what this group is about.
Right.
This group will be about small art.
Yeah.
Right. And the idea of the small art is to build back your confidence, to build back your mojo. It's a mojo builder. It's a confidence builder. Small is more achievable.
Yes. Because if you started with a piece of paper like that to do your piece of artwork, and you're going to think, oh, where do I start?
Yeah.
Start with a piece that size.
Yeah. Start with a piece that size, and it's very doable.
Even better,
isn't it? Even better, even easier. Yeah. You know, that's why the 3.5s are so popular. 3.5 by 3.5.
And that's what you often go to when you're creating your pieces of artwork, isn't it?
Precisely. So the idea is that we've created this group on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's called Clarity Crafts Mini Makes and ATCs. Now, for the uninitiated, ATCs, let's talk about ATCs. So ATCs has been around for a long time. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And it's called artist trading cards.
Yeah.
So back in the day, artist trading cards, I remember one, we used to go to swaps, very big in America, big in the States when I lived over there. And you'd have a little stash of ATCs in your bag. Yeah. And you would swap them. You'd make a limited run. So say you got, let's just pretend, right, you bought this set of stamps. Okay, so this is this set of stamps. Yeah. Lovely. Real Clarity Classics. Okay, so you've got this set of stamps. And then you do a series, let's say, of ATCs. This is how it used to work. This is how you do a limited edition. You'd maybe make 3 with that one with that one, or 3 with all of them, or 2, or just 1 of each. Yeah. Yeah, or you'd just make 6 of them finished. Yeah. Right. So you'd make a limited edition. Then on the back, you'd have a little stamp, and it would say who the maker was. Right. Right. Who the maker was, when it was made, give it a title, and then what run was it? It was 1 of 1, 1 of 2, 1 of 4,
so like
1
really
of 6.
Sort of like an art gallery
like
type
a limited
thing.
edition.
Yeah.
Artist trading cards. Then you'd put them in little pockets. Yeah. Then you'd go to exhibitions like we used to here. I mean, I used to go to exhibitions on the East Coast, and you'd have your trading cards, and people would, if you're an ATC trader, then you would trade cards. So I would give you mine, you would give, and you'd
So it's all about sort of swapping ideas and inspiration as well, isn't it? Then
it was brilliant, really.
And I suppose in a way they potentially could be like little business cards, couldn't they?
Absolutely. And that was a really good point. And the only prerequisite was the size.
Right. Okay.
They were 2.5 by 3.5
inches.
Did you get inches?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you get that folder?
It did, and we're going to talk about that afterwards because we're looking at a storage solution, aren't we?
Okay. Yeah. All right. We didn't talk about it. We forgot, didn't we?
Yeah. It's on my desk, but the other route
is better to
promising.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. It's been a really busy day here. Really crazy.
Okay. Look, it's nice and tidy from yesterday, isn't it? And then yesterday, no, it didn't. It's all put away nicely.
Paul gets here at 4 a.m. Seriously.
To tidy it up.
I came in a little bit bedraggled at about 8.
Doesn't matter, does it?
All right. And Paul had already done everything lovely.
That's what it's all about.
Otherwise, we'd be clearing the space here.
we would have been just a camera, just like that.
I was a little bit of a prima donna last night after the show. I just said, you know what? I'm done here. I'm cooked.
Exactly. But that's
what I'm going for a curry.
I mean, many of our friends at home don't realise maybe that, like Jane will know what goes into it. Josie knows what goes into it to an extent. When we were doing TV up in Oundle, or whether we're doing TV here, it's the same type of thing. You've still got to do the same amount of prep.
Oh yeah, massive.
And you've still got to prep all the demos and everything else. And it is that adrenaline rush and you come off and all of a sudden you're on a high and then it just hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best things though, I have to say, one of the best things is that when we're doing the show yesterday, we have no idea about the sales.
No.
We do not know. We have got no clue whether it's going, whether we sold anything, whether it's working, whether it isn't working. And I was always, when we were on Create and Craft in Oundle, I avoided talkback. I didn't want to get caught up in the money side of it. I only wanted to concentrate on my thoughts were, if I focus on what I'm doing and absolutely give this 100%, then I control the controllable.
Yes.
You know, and I didn't want to be distracted. It's great if it's going well, but if it's not going well, that can really mess with your head.
It does, yeah.
And so I just didn't want to know. When people would try and tell me, I'd go, la, 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 la. I don't want to know because it just messes with my head.
Yeah.
You know, and so I kind of, and so I enjoy our own TV situation here because I have no idea until 5 o'clock.
No, I don't either until we go off.
When the door opened and Julie went, do you know what's happened? we were like really excited.
Yeah, because also when we're doing the shows together like this, I mean, today we can see the chat, but we're not sort of looking at the chat. And so we can't, unless like Grace or Gilly, whoever's covering the room, sort of messages with particular questions. We don't want to know what the sales are either, really, because as you say, it can mess you. So we knew that there was many people in the room yesterday, like there is today, and that sort of really it's amazing. But you don't know what it. Once you turn that camera off, that's when you find out.
Yeah,
and we found out yesterday.
We certainly did. So where was I? I was talking about making small art.
Yeah, and the artist trading them.
Artist trading cards, right? ATCs. You see, so that was how this used to work. And then that's lovely, that one. We'll have a look at it again in a minute.
Yeah, dippy toe.
So the thing is, though, that we don't really go to exhibitions now. No. So that the idea has evolved. And therefore, what we do have an ATC group.
Yeah.
And we also have a PTC group, which we developed.
Yeah, the parchment.
Josie Davison ran that, didn't she? And it's called Parchment Trading Cards. Same thing.
Same principle, 2.5 by 3.5.
It's got to be 2.5 by 3.5. That's the only thing. Now, let me just say, though, that this group is not just exclusively for PTCs and ATCs.
No.
This is not, this is, I'll say it again slowly, this is for mini makes. It's for the mini makes.
Yes.
It just happens that ATCs and PTCs are mini makes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so therefore we're inviting the ATCs and the PTCs to come into this group and use it as a platform so that all the people, and you see, it's so good really, because what it means is, the existing ATC people, artists, the people that do these swaps, there's a swap going on, just in case you don't understand. And Jane Telford and Elizabeth Goldsmith, they are the organisers. So Jane, she organises, she tees it up, and she organises swaps.
Who you
So she
swap with.
tells, you do it by poster because we don't meet in, right?
Yeah.
So she tells who's got to send to who. So this is how we build this beautiful interactive community, and you make friends. You can decide whether you want to go worldwide and send your art across the world to Australia and America and all over the world, or whether you want to keep it local and just send within England. You can stipulate that. If you don't want to be in the group, or you could be in the mini makes group, but if you don't want to be in the swap, then don't sign up for it that month. And it's a monthly thing. So it's not mandatory. It doesn't mean that when you're in this group, you're going to get shamed. Not at all.
No.
It's all about pressure constraints. The absolute point of this group, in my opinion, is to gently ease us back into, for whatever reason, if we've lost our mojo, is to ease us back into a lovely, comfortable place. If you need a reason, you mentioned it earlier, if you need a reason to craft, then the ATCs and the PTCs might be a really good reason. See, I know what that's like. When I'm doing pottery, especially if your head's in the wrong place, right? When your head's in the right place, like I can only talk for myself. When my head's in the right place, I can make bowls till I'm blue in the face. I just make one bowl after another bowl and another bowl and bowl and bowl and bowls everywhere. Yeah. Right. Big bowls, little bowls, bowls galore. Right. I love making bowls. There's something about the shape of a bowl. Yeah. Right. We eat cereal out of our bowl. Bowls it is. What a load of bowls.
What a load of bowls.
I do make some nice bowls. The more you make, the better you get. And the better you get, the more you want to make. Absolutely. However.
And so you just need that little push though sometimes, don't you?
What happens then is something happens. Yeah. Like dad dies. Whatever. You know, head's in the wrong place. Yeah. So then you don't, or creating craft folds, boom. You know, haven't got time to make bowls at this point. No. Right. So then you lose your place and you don't make anymore. You stop, right? Yeah. And then you want to get back in it again, right? But you what's the point? This is how your head goes. Yeah. What's the point? This is how it went with me. I can only speak for myself. What's the point? How many bowls do you need? How many bowls does the world need? This is just a time suck, right? This is a waste of time. This is how your head goes. You know it. How many cards do I make? What's the point? I don't send any to anybody anymore. People are sick of my bowls. I see people roll in their eyes when I give them bowls for Christmas. Oh, no, not another bowl.
She's obviously run out. I didn't get one this year. I ran out.
Nobody got bowls this year because I haven't got any. I haven't made any. But that's it, you see. So once you've got a reason, the only thing that I have made in recent times was the lampstand for Mark and Alex's wedding, because I had a reason and it forced me. And then I also made a couple of beautiful bowls. I really like them. I do really like them, but I only made a couple of them for Alex's mum, you know, to take with me. So I pushed myself to go and make those things to take to America because they were expecting them. Yeah. You know, you've got to keep your promises. Post those, do you? No. So I dragged them, handheld luggage, all the way to California for this wedding. And they were well received. Good. But that was the last time. The point I'm making is I had a reason to do it. I went in and had a purpose. And so this, going back to the crafty mini makes, the ATCs and the PTCs are part of that having a reason. Yes. You have a reason, you have a commitment, you join up. If you don't want to that particular month because you've got a lot on, or you're on holiday, or something's happening, or you've got hospital appointments, God knows what's going on in your life, right? Then you don't have to. There's no pressure. No. The whole point of this is no pressure.
And also, when we were talking the other day about, obviously, we've got Clarity Worldwide, we've got Groovy Worldwide, two separate groups. Many of our friends are in both of them. Yeah. And because we've got so many friends in those particular rooms and people are putting their artwork, people are asking questions, often you can miss something. I mean, I don't go on Facebook every day, but I know if I went on now, for example, and then I go back 10 minutes later, there's probably loads and loads and loads of posts that I've missed out on. Yeah. So to have this one particular area that just focuses on the mini make.
It's so true, you know, because like Jane and Elizabeth, they post the topics, they post when they need to know whether you're in the swap, right? And they'll post that in Groovy Worldwide or Clarity Worldwide.
But it just disappears.
And there are thousands of posts rolling through. It's almost like a ticker tape. And as they're rolling through, then you've missed it.
And also Facebook plays around sometimes. If you look on your computer, it looks one way, on your phone another way. And
so we decided to pluck those mini makes, which is what they are, structured mini makes and swaps, pluck them out of Groovy Worldwide and Clarity Worldwide. Having said that, we'll still plumb it in so that you can.
You still get that crossover.
Yeah. But it's a place where people can go, where they can enjoy small art, where they know that there'll be loads of tricks and tips and new ideas, little things that you need. If you want to do the PTCs or the ATCs, there'll be a shop.
Yep. So what we've done on the website, there's currently a banner at the moment. And you just click there and it'll have your essentials. So we'll gradually build that up because we've started that this morning.
Should we have a look at some of the bits and pieces over at
and also, I mean, Gracie is saying that we've already had, you only mentioned this morning during the first Shack of 2025. And there's 180 members already.
What?
Yeah,
there you
180 members already.
Well, thank you. And I reckon, right, that at least 180 of them
are us.
No, are looking for that small, comfortable easing of art. You know, it's and there isn't. We're not going to bombard you with loads of little stuff now. You know, it's not like that. You can use your stash. You don't have to spend any money here, right? Except for the postage stamp.
If you're going to do your swaps, and it's all about sort of going in there and sort of just looking. And because we've put it all under one roof, it's a little bit more sort of concert specialized sort of thing. And it's the same. It's lovely, safe, creative place to be. So you have to ask to join and then you're approved. It'd be monitored by Jane, Elizabeth and Gracie. So it's the same sort of standards that you'll find on the Clarity and the Groovy Worldwide pages as well.
We have zero tolerance.
Yeah, it's so safe and
for
comfortable.
Bullying or trolling. Even a whisper of that, and they're out. We don't tolerate any kind of unpleasantness because I do believe that we come to craft for a gentle experience.
Any nastiness.
No. So we haven't got a lot of time for that, have we? In fact, we've got no time for that.
And also, sorry, just talking about that and sort of the mini makes and the ATCs and the PTCs.
Traveling journey.
And it's also sort of, we were talking the other day about the small art, whether it be coasters. You was looking at the bookmarks this morning on the Feathered Friends.
Which I'm gonna bring that in more in the same. It's all kind of moving in the same direction.
It is that confidence builder. Because if you start with an A4 and A5 piece of paper, where do you go? And then you sort of mentioned about your tea bag art that you started a couple of years ago. Just a little tea bag. And all of a sudden what you can
we could do workshops around that, little make and takes around that, and we could have little challenges around that. What I will say is the ATCs and the PTCs, when you join that swap, that will be the only time that you have to adhere to the size. Right? 2.5 by 3.5. That's the only, that and the theme, whatever Jane and Liz decide. Right? Somebody's got to take the reins. Those ladies are doing a formidable job, and so we'll let them.
And it will also coordinate in with the year of colour here at Clarity as well. So there'll be a lot of, and Barb's going to, what we've decided to do is that once a month, we will do a Mini Makes TV show. So whether it be like a 2 o'clock on a Monday or a 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, or if we've got something exciting, like the launch that we just did yesterday with those little builder reef stamps, or we know that it'll be perfect for little mini art, mini makes, then it'll be on brand new on a Friday at 10 and 2.
I think that's a great idea.
I think it is.
You know, so once a month, and we don't know when it will be. But we haven't worked that out yet. You know, it's only the 6th. It's only the 6th of January.
Finalised it on Friday, and then obviously we was here yesterday for the TV.
We had a meeting with Jane and Liz. We coordinated with the ladies to make sure that we're all singing off the same hymn sheet. These things all take time, and people bring a lot. You know, like Jane's got a lot of experience in this department, and so we had to listen carefully to how it works. And, you know, but by the same token, I don't want it to be restrictive. I want it to be inclusive, not exclusive. So this group includes anybody. Anybody who wants to just find their mojo, build their confidence, get stamp. Say you haven't done any stamping before. Say you want to get into stamping. This is the perfect place to start stamping. Start small. When I started pottery, I did not start with an urn. I started with a pinch pot.
Yeah.
You know?
And also it's about
I'm still there.
It's gone now. What was I going to say?
Sorry,
no, it's got it'll come back. It'll come back eventually, maybe tomorrow or whatever.
There's a lot going on here. Lots of windows open in our heads at the moment. Yeah, so the bottom line is that we've created this group now so that we can just work together on small projects.
Yeah.
And once a month, we'll do a TV show. It will be a parchy one or a groovy one, or it will be a stampy one, depending on where we're fixed. And then I might bring a certain number of stamps. You know what I was saying in the shack this morning? I'll bring certain stamps to the party, or you could bring certain plates to the party, and then I will make an ATC. I'm going to join the ATC group.
That was the other thing. That's what I remembered now what it was. So if you wanted to get involved in the swap, don't think, oh, I've got to do it for the next 12 months. Or if you want to do it for January, you can do it for January. If you don't want to do it for February, or because you've got a lot going on, Jane will reach out and Elizabeth will reach out each month, say, who wants to do this month? This is the color, this is the theme. Then you just contact them, and then they will add you to that list, and then they arrange the swaps.
No, it's for me, not for you.
Right, I don't even know what it says.
No, but what I also wanted to say was, right, that's exactly right. You can dip in and out.
Dip in and out.
But say you wanted to set yourself a challenge, like Sarah Brennan. She set herself a challenge of blogging daily, or she does a monthly calendar page, or Deborah Wheeler, she blogs every day. You know, you may set yourself a personal challenge and say, right, I want to take part in the ATCs or the PTCs for the whole year. Come, you know, I nearly said shit or bust. Hell or high water.
She said it anyway.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing is, of course, that if you could even reach out and say to, you know, if you are busy in March, and you know you are, I bet Jane or Liz would tell you what the theme is, so that you could make it ahead
if you wanted to. Yeah.
You know, that'd be nice too, wouldn't it?
We've had a question. What is the difference between the ATC and a PTC?
Parchment
and
art. Card.
Yeah.
Card.
Yeah. So that is the difference. So the PTCs never existed.
No, we made that up.
It was because we do groovy and parchment. So Josie she'd obviously must have been involved in sort of ATCs in the past, and thought it'd be a good idea to could we do it in groovy?
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to have a look at the groovy side of it, because there's this collection. They're on the website already. If you go into the Clarity TV button, go in there and look at this afternoon show, then you'll be able to see sort of the plates in there as well. But we'll look at the groovy, because tomorrow's Groovy Tuesday. Today's sort of stampy. But we've chosen a selection of artwork that are perfect to get started.
But I still haven't finished my sentence yet.
Sorry.
So what I was trying to say was that if you set yourself a challenge to do all 12 months, then what you will become, then you don't have to sign up on a monthly basis. You become one of the regulars.
That's what that was.
That's why it says regs on there. You're one of the regs. And once you're one of the regulars, because that's what I picked up from Jane when we had our meeting, that if you're on the regular list, then you automatically get included. You've just signed up for the year, and you'll automatically get included.
Super.
And what's important, though, is that you respect that, because you're going to receive something. So it's important that you also, it's all about give and take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you join that group, if you've got any questions in there, you can ask. Jane's there, Elizabeth is there to answer any questions. So if you're not sure, where do I look, how does it work, what do I need, sort of thing, then they're there to help and just to make it easier. And
say, like, for the I'm going to show you a selection of different stamps and supplies, you know, because because that's what we've got to talk about. We'll do it afterwards.
Yeah.
We want to be able to offer you a kind of an album where you can, when you are in the ATC or PTC bunch in the regs or whatever, even if you're not in the regs, you know, you want to be able to, you want to be able to see the front and the back.
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to see when you receive a PTC or an ATC, you want to see who it was from, what the name of it was, and when you received it.
Yeah.
You know, and so you want to kind of have an album where you can see the back and the front.
Yeah.
So that's something that we're working on at the moment.
We are indeed.
Aren't we, Mr.
We are.
Church?
Yes, it's great.
So let's have a look at some of the bits and pieces that we got on the table.
If you're brand new to it and you want to get involved in the ATC, now this collection here will work for both the stampy arty side and also on the groovy side.
Yeah.
So what we have here, we have our ATC Artist Training Card stamp, and as you was explaining there, you've got the title.
I'm coming in a bit tight.
Yeah.
Coming in tight.
There we go. So you've got a lovely stamp, and you've got the title of what your piece of artwork is, the edition that you mentioned earlier.
You know, like I said, one of two, 1 of 5.
And the date it was created, and then the artist, i.e. you. Then we have a pack of 50 pieces of card, which is 2.5 by 3.5 inches, which is the size for the ATC PTCs. And then we also have the bags, the little envelopes to put them into. Now, if you think, oh, I'm not sure about sort of like the cello bags, then this was a Dave one. This one, wasn't it? I'm sure this was one. So
Dave
this is our bijou card blanks and envelopes with the little embedders.
But you can see here it's 2.5 by 3.5.
Yeah.
And so it's got the little envelopes
as well.
So what we picked up as well, right? You've got the codes on here as well, right? You say that and I'll make a note of what I want to say.
Right. So if you wanted to go for that complete collection as like a starting place, the item number for that is 10649, and that's only $11.99 plus your Clarity Craft Club discounts. Now, if I've already got the stamp, or I haven't got the stamp, and I just want it for groovy, then we've got the stamp on its own, which is 10648, and that is only $5.99. But if you've got the stamp and you've run out of the cardstock and the bags, and we've got a set here, which is item number 30263. And that is, so you get 50 pieces of card, 50 envelopes, bags on there. And that is only $9.99 for both of those. Okay. If you want to go down, maybe you want to decorate the little envelope that you're going to send it in.
Oh, look, little baby embedders.
And the embedders as well.
Oh, no.
So this is item number 31359. And the bijou card blanks and envelope are $9.99. And you get 20 in there.
So, and one of the things that I wanted to mention here, because these are cut by Dave on our
platen press,
on our big windmill press.
Yeah.
Although at the moment he's busy doing
making
stamp pens. He's like, don't worry about it. He said, I've got to go and make some Christmas. Believe it or not, right? We've got orders for the Christmas bauble cutouts. Which Dave has. Dave's the only one that can run the windmill press. So now he's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to do this or I said, just go and have a break.
go and make some baubles.
And he said, then I'll come back. I said, then you come back.
Yeah, we're here till 4.
We're here till 6. Yeah. So, but what I wanted to say was what I picked up, what I gleaned from Jane and Liz when we had the meeting was that a lot of people that are in the swap, you know, I said about you need a reason.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like when we have our charity drives, you know, like when we had a charity drive for Ukraine or sometimes for children's cancer, Evelyn, you know,
that's right. Yeah.
That kind of thing. When we have a drive like that, the minute we give our friends at home a reason, we are inundated, which exactly reinforces, one, their generosity, they're wanting to be part of, 2, and 3, they're needing a reason to make.
Yes.
You know, so often I get a note that says, thank you so much for giving me a reason for getting up this morning, you know, which really does.
But you found that in lockdown though, didn't you? That you knew that you had to join our friends at home at 10 o'clock every day, and the world was in complete turmoil, and you could have just said, oh,
still is,
but you could have said, oh, I just need to concentrate on running the business. But it wasn't. It was so you knew it was that reason, and some people need that reason. Some people are isolated and on their own.
Exactly.
So to have these little, if you get involved in the little swaps, then it's sort of like it's like if you belong to the Clarity Craft Clubs and you get that envelope through the door every day, isn't it? And you don't know what it is until you get it.
I was having Beryl Shepherd.
Yes.
Remember Beryl? So Beryl's been a friend and a customer for decades.
Lovely Beryl.
Fabulous lady. And she reached out to me through Messenger to say Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And she said they've moved. I think she's moved up to Milton Keynes.
Yeah, I noticed that the other week. Yeah.
And she's still in touch, but it means that she won't be able to come to the open days in June.
That's right, because her and Marie used to come together, didn't they?
Right, yeah. But she was saying the power, it was interesting, the power of the shack. Yeah. She said during lockdown, she noticed there was another lady in the shack called Carol Shepherd who was in Australia.
Australia.
So she reached out. She took the bull by the horns, like, not in a swat, but she reached out.
Yeah.
And they communicated and they became firm friends because they have the commonality of the surname.
Yeah.
Well, they did a bit of digging and they are related.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Through cousins and cousins, they actually are related, which I find quite something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the community, isn't it?
It is, but unless you reach out, you will never know.
No. Exactly.
You may not know that your best friend, your new latest best friend, is at the end of one of these swaps. You don't know until you reach out.
I suppose it goes back to our open days, our retreats.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the retreats. I've been doing the retreats with you for many, many years now, before I even joined Clarity. And some of those friends became friends as a result of coming together with that sort of the joint creativity.
And the retreats as well. So I can remember we did a retreat and Carol P was there, Carol Pankstello.
Yeah.
And I remember Annette turned up, the black lady.
Oh,
do you remember Annette?
Yeah, Annette Frederick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she turned up with her brother. She dragged her, I think it was her brother. Yeah. Lovely fella.
Yeah.
Right. So she turned up with her brother to keep her company. And so I put Annette and Carol together. This must have been 10 years ago, friends. And they are like Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Where you see Carol, you see Annette. And where you see Annette, you see Carol. A brother, he's off playing golf now. He's off playing golf. He's off the hook. Yeah.
Gosh.
But it just goes to show you some of the best friendships have been forged in those rooms,
And it's the same, even if you're not mobile and you can't get out, that to have that online community as well, it's the same type of thing, isn't it?
And my thoughts on this are like Clarity Worldwide and Groovy Worldwide. They are a big platform.
Yeah.
There are many thousands of people in that group and they're important.
Yeah.
They're vital. But I think that sometimes you need to bring it back a bit, just peel it back a little bit. And if you're going to specialize in swapping art and make mini makes, and you may be traumatized, you may not be traumatized, you may just like little art. I love little art, and you come into the smaller group now, the Clarity Crafts, mini makes and ATCs, right? It may just be what you need, just a smaller, more comfortable and an easier way. It's easier to find a friend in a smaller group. London can be the loneliest place in the world. Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely.
Sometimes a smaller group is maybe better for interactive.
I've just read Sally has just said, I'm hoping to do the retreat this year, but as far as my partner is concerned, we're going on a mystery tour. Hope he's not listening. Sorry.
I'll put you next to Annette and Carol.
And Gracie said we now have 230 members in that brand new group already.
That's fantastic.
So spread that word. I mean, the ladies will be sharing the information in Clarity Worldwide and Groovy Worldwide as well, because not everybody can tune in for these sort of particular hours.
So one of the things I wanted to show, if it's all right, is just to show a couple of examples.
Yeah.
Just a little kind of a little meander through small art.
Yes.
So that if you've lost your mojo, and because I know what it's like, you can stare at a blank screen. It's like when I found it again. It's really weird. I noticed it this morning. I was writing a letter.
Yeah.
Because when you lose your mojo, you don't just lose your arty
creativity.
Mojo. It's like a proper burnout. Like my brain is fried.
Frazzled.
Yeah. But this morning, I must say, I wrote a letter that required a little bit of thinking. And I was I was
sharp.
back on it, yeah, which
It's
I was
a different
relieved
focus,
about.
isn't it, as well?
So if you're at that point where your head's a little bit foggy, maybe, you know, and you want to kind of target, then let's you know, you want to sharpen it up a little bit.
Yes.
Let's just have a look at some artwork, and if you look at some of the artwork here, you know, it's a great idea. Even if you just go on the website and you look at the artwork, you look at the product, and then you go and look at some of the samples. You know,
absolutely.
Look
and
at
the design team are always there to share and help. And if I remember this, I think this was a Jane Telford piece, isn't it?
One. Look.
So each of these little pieces,
all these here,
for example, but even these little squares in here is a potential card, isn't it?
Yeah, look at this.
So you got one there.
So if you look at you need to find here he is. There he is there. Look.
Yeah.
See, so there he is there. And then here's his counterpart up there, positive and negative.
Yeah.
See? Look, isn't that pretty?
It's lovely. And the background colour has been added in with that solid block at the bottom, isn't it?
So down the bottom, there's this one here, right? And that, you just use it as a little colour palette. And then you just add the same colour palette. And it's interesting because Jane's used the 3 colours on the front. And that's smashing.
That square.
She's called it Old is Gold because these are real Clarity classics.
They are indeed.
And then what's the name of this particular?
So this is the Dippy Toe and Company A4 stamp sampler. So the item number for that one is 11924. It should be $29.99.
Oh, here it is.
It should be $29.99.
There it is.
But it's on offer at $24.99.
So you've got a whole A4 one here.
So that's 12 stamps on there.
So that's like that.
Yeah.
And I've got a pen in there.
And you get the white pen because of the silhouette type effect.
Nice.
So that's a bonus as well.
So that's an A4 set.
Yeah.
But it's really lovely. Let's have another look at that artwork. So that's really pretty as well.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Like
so it shows that although
overlaid.
These are sort of overlaid with one another, but you can just
Tina
use
Morris.
them as individual stamps as well.
Yeah.
So, but it's still small. It's still achievable,
tiny little
isn't
pieces.
Because you're concentrating on one at a time.
But if you're going for a 2.5, but if you wanted to join in the PTCs, you'd have they're lovely with a little embed around it.
Yeah, and a little maybe a sticker word at the bottom.
You don't have to. It doesn't have to be the Sistine Chapel.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You
just stamp black and white.
And the other thing is, it's not a competition.
No,
it's not a competition, friends.
There's no one there. You know, to judge
nobody's judging. If you've been in the shack long enough, you will know nobody's judging your work. No. If you're happy with your work, that's fine. Nobody's going to say, "See what I sent and see what I got back."
No,
because that person's not part of our tribe.
No,
that's not the way it works with us.
No.
Okay. So let's have a look here. So we go. Let's keep going. Look at these.
I know this is lovely. I chose this from the artwork because they are individually little pieces of art.
Look, this is so pretty.
Just combine them together.
Happiness is time well spent. There it is. Time spent with a friend. There's those two. There's those 2 trees. I love them. There they are. Look there.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the ribbon. Then we've got the Dippy Toe lady. She's up there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Isn't this pretty?
It's lovely. They're lovely little bite-sized pieces of artwork.
I remember that. F157 from the good old days. Where is it?
There it is, under the ribbon.
Sorry, under the ribbon. There, look.
There.
There.
I've got the original on that.
F210. I remember that one as well. Do you know when you only had 10 stamps in your arsenal? Look.
Yeah.
F210 that was.
F210.
£6.75 I used to charge for that. I know. I mean, it was a bit bigger than that. There you go. I love that one.
That one's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, look, Made with Love by Jane. Blustery Day.
Yeah.
She's up there. Isn't this gorgeous though?
It's really, really nice. And it's achievable because you could do one of these one a day, couldn't you?
Isn't it funny? VW 210. I know. Victorian Women, that was called.
Of course, yeah.
But that was back in the day. So I just remember all these stamps. And they're so lovely in minuet, in petite.
In their little sort of their bijou style.
And when you think that you're getting 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 stamps, right? For what, 30?
$24.99 plus your Clarity Craft Club discount.
Yeah. And then you've got some beautiful floral ones, a cornflower.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are all really Daydreamer.
Yeah.
There he is. And the Dragonfly.
May all your dreams come true.
Yeah. Old as gold. Thank you, Jane. That really does sort of sum up the whole ethos of what we're trying to do here.
Because it is achievable with with that stamp set, you've got all those little pieces, and by using that solid square to infill in the background. And then I picked this one out as well. The reason being because these are the Bijou Feathered Friends.
It out, look.
Which ties in with this morning.
Brilliant. I love the size of these.
I know, they are, look.
Look at that. And the detail.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what one of the letters was that I actually, that was what the letter was about. I was talking about the quality of Clarity stamps and how crisp and beautiful our stamps are. And when you see them, when they're stamped, like yesterday, when you see what
that tiny little dot that wasn't a dot, it was a star.
So that little set, go on, Paul.
So the item number for that is an A5 stamp set. It's all the ones. 11111 should be $19.99. It's $16.99 plus your craft club discount.
Lovely.
And it's also, I've chosen pieces of artwork. They're big pieces, but I mean this one here.
Julie Dunn.
Look. Stamp board. So you can also do PTC coins and artist trading coins as well, but they have to be
side, and
I think it's 2.5 inches in diameter, but that's just lovely.
Isn't that gorgeous? So there's another piece of art, but you know, if you look, if I take this card, I'm going to open this up,
Paul, you can open that
so
one.
That we can show you the size of a. And again, I'm not. I insist that you don't think, look, see, that would be a PTC.
Yeah, and this was those lovely poetry stamps you were showing yesterday.
Yeah, I know, I love these. But what I wanted to say was, don't think for a moment that you have to enroll in the PTC or the ATC swap. It's got nothing to do with it.
It's all about the mini-mates.
It's all about small. But if you need a reason, then you've got your challenge on a monthly or yearly basis.
So this just the owl on its own, just on a little square on one of those. Look.
There you go.
The little.
I'm watching you. Yeah. I've got my eye on you. To wit, to woo.
You call it a twit. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different little pieces of artwork.
That's 9 months right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Julie Dunn, well done. What I love about Julie is she tells you what she's used as well. It's good, isn't she? There you go. What a brilliant
I really love this set when we made them into sort of like the miniatures from the original.
Exactly. They were and because they're bite size, they're so lovely for our landscaping, what we're doing at the moment. It really
they'd work lovely with the landscape mask that you was using yesterday.
They really would.
They would, the 6x6 ones, I reckon.
Do they come with a mask?
They come with the mask, yes.
Hallelujah. There you go. There is the reason for getting them.
Yeah.
Because now you stamp it.
Yeah.
You mask it, you create your background. Bingo.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, of course it's got a mask. Why wouldn't it have? How much are they?
They're $16.99 instead of $19.99.
Plus your club discount.
Plus your club discount as well. So if you're a Diamond Club member and you went for those, then you would be paying £14.44.
Look at that little pair of glasses.
The little
monocle. Look.
Yeah.
So that works on the.
I think it works on the bigger owls, doesn't it? On that one, I think.
Isn't that fabulous?
Yeah.
I know.
Wise
owl.
So
there you go. Wise old owl.
So that was another set, and then I chose another one of your favourites. Yeah. So this is the Barb's Bijou woodblock art stamps. Look, tiny little bite-sized pieces.
Boom, boom, boom. They're absolutely brilliant. And even half that.
Yeah.
Even half that size. I tell you what they'd be fantastic on is on these with the embedder.
Yeah, the little Bijou card blanks.
And all these little words that go with them.
Yeah. So the item number for that stamp set is 11458. Again, $19.99 normally, and it's $16.99 plus your club discount.
And check out the little. Hang on. Oh, the cat.
Stamp pens.
Look at the little. Yeah.
Stamp pens.
I know.
Yes.
The stamp pens. Look at this.
And I reckon they're put on the words.
Yeah, and the rabbit and the hare. Look at that. I know, the little stamp pens.
Yes.
That Dave is
gluing
assembling
together.
Like a loony downstairs. I know. No, he's going to be doing the Christmas baubles, as we speak.
So that was another set there, and I chose a few little pieces of artwork from that one.
You know, this morning when we called and you said that it had blown the doors off, and Dave was like, okay, well, there's a problem to have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the sort of.
Well, I rang you when you was driving to the Indian last night.
Yeah. What we're going to do?
You hadn't even just not long left
just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So
It's all good. Let's have a look at some artwork, shall we? Oh, this is nice.
So again, it's 9 individual little pieces, isn't it?
D. Paramore,
so
of course.
Just so you can go large, but you can go small, but just start with one.
Yeah, and they're lovely.
Yeah.
And then look at these.
See, these are perfect little mini
Sheila
arts,
Metzeler.
mini makes.
Look, with little jewels. What a gorgeous present this would make.
Yeah.
And let me take all this out of the way. Can I give you that? Look at these in a little box like that.
Sheila likes her construction.
Yeah, she does. She's good at it as well. So look, a little gift for you. Look at these tags. So you want to make mini makes. You know what? If you don't, you could just spend a year making your gift tags.
Yeah.
Just,
and it's just using the stamp with an ink pad and just a micron pen around the outside.
But it's the same stamp.
Yeah.
Look, every single one.
Different colour ink pad.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
It's a little fold, look, with a little ribbon.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just micron pen scribbled around the outside.
Around the outside. Round the outside.
There, round the outside, round the outside. There's an idea that I haven't done for a long time that we could do.
What's that?
When I go
that
round there, scribble around, and then you do a little. We got to write that down and do that in the.
There was a piece of artwork yesterday, wasn't there?
But that's the sort of thing that I want to. Yeah, that's another thing. This is scribble. That's really tubular. But I write it down. Paul. It down. Make a note for me, would you, darling?
I'll lose a piece of paper. Tubular.
Yeah.
And
scribble ribbon. Micron pen scribble ribbon.
Scribble.
Yeah. See, and that's the sort of thing that when we do our mini makes TV show, that's the sort of thing that we can really like tips and tricks and how to finish, how to make tags. And that reminds me, this is where's my? Did I put my book away?
No, that's your one.
No, is it?
Yeah.
It looks clean, doesn't it?
It's the back of it.
No.
That was the one that you'd left out. Yeah.
Oh, it is there.
Too many windows open.
Yeah. Look, see?
I love that. This was the tea bag art, wasn't it?
So you take a tea bag, right? Just a tea bag. That gives you your size right there, Bosh. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So there's your tea bag. And that gives you your parameter, your Yeah, it's so fun.
It's like a framing groovy,
and these little art journals are so gorgeous. Look, so there's your little art journal.
And they are, I think they're only £9.
Is
that club discount?
So you've got 24 pages.
Yeah.
2 a month. These are great. But look, so these stamps now, they fit perfectly. Ta-da!
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
As if that was planned.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Of course it was.
There, look, tea bag.
Yeah.
You can add bits to it.
This
is ready for me to do another one.
Do you remember we did it at the retreat and I brought their tea bags?
Yeah, as I'm hanging on the line.
On the washing line.
Yeah, but you see, so once it's a nice thing. And I've got tea bags ready to go. See? But these stamps, these are absolutely fantastic.
You've got all the various different ones in here.
See, and then you can use your micron pens, and you can. To me, this is petite art.
Yes.
Because the petite journal is making me stay small.
Yeah.
And what I love is being able to kind of go in and doodle a bit. Look, I made it into
Posca pen, wasn't it?
a bill poster. Where am I going here? There you are, like that. Sorry. To me, to you. And then I've glued in. See, what I did was I put some tea bags in.
Go back
so
in.
if the mood catches me, I could go, I know, I've got a spare 10 minutes.
You've got a spare tea bag in my book.
Steady.
Book, I said.
See, so I've got a spare tea bag in my book. But look, this is so nice.
I love that one. The fact that it's ripped and then you stitched it back together with the micron pen.
And all you need is a Pritt stick, book, and off you go. Look, not finished, work in progress.
Yeah.
Not finished, work in progress.
Look at that. Diddy little doodle. So it doesn't have to be using stamps. You could just doodle little pieces, couldn't you?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
The tea bag. So we'll have a session on the tea bags. We'll have a session with the doodle frames.
Yeah.
With some Zentangle, with some stamping.
With the tubular and the micron scribble ribbon.
Nice, isn't they?
Isn't it? Micron scribble ribbon.
Look, who thought, right? Whoever thought?
That looks like a pair of trousers.
I know, but it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So I've got my little book. Look, that one's got a chimney on it.
And I'm sure you would have done this in the shack.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to go back to the Clarity YouTube page.
Nice.
Because you definitely would have done that in one of the sessions.
But I just, I don't want to lose that.
No.
Because that's my mojo finder.
Yeah,
right there.
That's really good, isn't it? And we've got the little journals. They're great. I mean, £9.
Well, and also, right, okay, check it out. So in the back, right, so you've got all these, they come out as well. So if you make an absolute
aren't they?
horlicks of it, you can pull it out at the back. Or if you're looking for a watercolor piece, so you could get a couple of these. You can. I don't want to separate it.
Yeah.
But you could pull it out.
Pull it
if
out
you wanted
and work on it.
If you wanted to make a watercolor ATCs.
Yes.
With oof.
Yeah, of course. All you need to cut it down to the size.
And look, in the back is a little pocket. And I've put some little spares in here.
Oh.
I know. Look, check it out.
Little mini makes.
Look, them are little mini mates ready to go. Isn't that nice? I just found them.
So blue apparently is the colour for next. Blue is the colour for the February ATC. You've got that one done.
Sorted. Jane, can we do green the following month? Isn't that nice? There you go. So I put it in there, and that's going to be my little ATC stash.
Nice.
There.
Yeah.
Da-da.
Beautiful. So we've got all those different stamps on there. Do we have a just quick flick at some of the stamps?
A quick flick.
There's a little bit of artwork in there as well. They're all on that page onto the Clarity website. If you go to the Clarity TV, so you've got 11681. So this one
These are from my lino cuts.
They are indeed. So 661 is the Swifts in that
landscapes.
Set.
They're quite nice.
That's lovely. Then the next one is 82, which is the.
Is that one?
That's it. So
Cliffs,
then you've got your
Dover.
seascape.
That's that one.
Nice.
I like that one.
Yeah. Then this one is the Together Birds.
Together Forever.
Together Forever and Ever. And these are overlays, aren't they? The innie and the outie.
That's right. The positive and the negative. So that overlays that. So they work together, but they work apart as well. Then these original
one is the Midnight Rose.
I like
this is the Bijou version.
There you
Midnight
go.
Rose.
That's the one I was using in that book.
Yeah.
Then
and
we've
then
got
the next one is the Wildflowers.
Have we got the numbers there?
11685.
They're good as well. See, these are great for this petite art.
They are. Perfect for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then these ones.
This is the Daisy. Which is 11686.
11686. Yeah, I like the Daisy. Nice. We've got some artwork as well.
Just a few little bits of artwork there, because I didn't realise you had it in your little journal.
Right. 1, 2. These are lovely. Look.
Yeah.
Look at them for little.
That's even smaller. That's one of the Bijou. That's 2.5 by 3.5. Yeah.
These are even smaller.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Who did that one? Sheila Metzler.
So that's 4 potentially little pieces of artwork.
That's 4 months in the club, so to speak.
Yeah.
They're lovely. Look, the overlay.
Yeah.
See, if you wear bifocals, that'll happen automatically. You don't have to try
the drop shadow.
Sheila Metzler.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drop shadow works brilliantly.
Perfect.
Look, there's another one. Fantastic drop shadow. Sheila Metzler again. She must wear bifocals like me. Yeah. Actually, if you've got a platform, that works as well. You just move it up a little bit.
It is indeed.
Yeah. So they're nice, aren't they? So there you go.
If you like that style, do you want to just share one more, which is that A4 one, the sampler one? Yeah, this one here. So if you like that style,
lino cuts,
the lino cuts, and then you like the A4 samplers from the Dippy Toes, then this is the same sort of principle.
So these are like the ones that we just, when we said it's the same size as these.
Yes.
Right. So we work to the same format with these designs, but these are grungy ones.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of chatter in the background. It's called chatter on lino
with the
cuts.
lino cutting.
So we take elements from the lino cuts, the original ones that I've done, and then we change them up.
And then you've got that solid block as well, with like a grungy edge to it as well.
So here are some really lovely
just little
embossed notelets by Linda Spencer. Aren't they gorgeous? And then we've got some trios here. These are Tina Morris specials. Look, let me take all this out of the way and show you. So you've got these
small, achievable pieces of artwork.
Yeah, mini makes.
Yeah.
This is welcome to the world of mini makes. There you go. And as if that weren't enough, there's one more if you're into clean and tidy.
Yeah.
So here we go. We've had We've had Old is Gold,
Old is Gold.
classic.
Yeah, Dippy Toes.
We've had really beautiful grungy lino cuts, even
Yep.
if I say so myself, which is your favourite.
Yeah.
And then we've got, this is your favourite, isn't it?
The crisp, clean lines. Yeah.
So these are beautiful. And again, it's the same principle. So those 3 samplers there, you've got 20, 24? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24.
24 on this one.
72 altogether.
24's on this one.
48. Be the same,
20 on that one.
Oh, sorry. There's less on that one.
Less on that one.
20. And then again, 24 on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of buck for your dollar.
A lot of bang for your buck.
Bang for your buck, buck for your whatever.
See, he's fried. So there we go. And it's 3 o'clock on the nose.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I think it's time for us to I think it's time for us to go.
Yes, it is. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to go to the Clarity brand new sort of Facebook group, which is I've lost it already. It's the Clarity Crafts mini makes and ATCs. We've got plenty of, I've just got a message there. Would the mini makes have size qualifications?
No.
No.
Not at all.
No.
That's the thing.
Oh, so as long as it's not a 12 by 12.
No, no. It's a mini make. The clue's in the name. But no, if you want to make inchies, twinchies, thrinchies.
Yeah. And we've got the 3.5 by 3.5 card.
Yeah.
Stock.
See, to me, that's a mini make.
That's a mini make. A coaster
is a mini make.
Is a mini make.
Yeah, it is.
As well.
And that sits in there like a charm.
It does indeed. So thank you for joining us. So I'll be back tomorrow. It's the first Groovy Tuesday of 2025. So I'll be with you at 10 o'clock. Then we're back at 2 o'clock tomorrow, and we're going to have a look at the same concept, but in Groovy, because we know with Groovy where we can pick and choose the different little elements on there.
And if you are thinking of joining in the, if you could just pass over the stamp.
Yeah.
If you are thinking of joining the ATC band, right, our merry band, and becoming a regular, or not a regular, what you really want to invest in is the stamp on the back.
On the back.
That's
whether
really
you're doing
useful.
Groovy or whether you're doing your stampy
so
arty
do us a favour, Paul. They're the same, aren't they?
So we have the stamp.
Yep.
So that is the item number for that collection. So you get all of that, 10649 for 11.99. So that's your stamp, your 50 pieces of cards, and your 50 bags.
And how much is that?
That is 11.99.
Really?
Yeah. I know. Okay. If you just want the stamp, item number 10648, and that's 5.99.
Or 11.99 for the lot.
Yeah.
Well, there you are. Then.
And your club discount as well. So.
Okay. Well, there you go then. That's not to say that it's mandatory.
No, absolutely.
But it's an option.
But it gives you, maybe you're looking for that little nudge.
Yeah.
I need to do something.
And also communication and interaction. You know, how often have I heard, I got a beautiful letter today and I've put it in my handbag. It was personally addressed and I put it in my handbag and I thought, I'm going to enjoy that with a cup of tea when I get home, you know, from one of yourselves, one of you know, one of our customers. And I think, how often have we lamented the fact that we don't write to each other or we don't send cards anymore? The crafting industry, our card making industry, we still do our community. And that was the other thing I was going to say. A lot of the people, Jane mentioned it, a lot of people, and I might be repeating myself here, who are in the ATC or PTC club, they not only send the ATC or the PTC, they put it in a lovely envelope with a beautiful card as well, because they want to write. We have it in us. We want to communicate. And this is your opportunity to have somebody to write to.
It goes back to the old.
I'm not saying you haven't got a family full of people, but
pen pals, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, I was pen pals for years with somebody in America and that sort of thing, and then it just sort of fizzles out sometimes, doesn't it? Because things get in the way. The mojo goes. What have I got to write about? I haven't done anything this long.
That's it. Exactly that.
So
let's get on board with it. And if you are watching and you enjoy what we're about here at Clarity Social TV, then why don't you subscribe, like and subscribe, tell your friends about us.
Absolutely.
If you go to our website, claritystamp.com, then you'll see right in the middle, Jim's done a banner that says, be in the know.
Be in the know.
If you click through to that and sign up, then you'll receive all our emails.
Yep, for when we're doing Clarity TV, when we've got special offers on it, we've got events coming up.
Yeah. In the absence of larger TV channels, we need to stay in touch with each other. And these are our ways of doing it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's all free.
And it's all free.
Don't need a TV license to watch this, do you?
No. Have a lovely day, the rest of the day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 10.
Lots of love.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Gracie.